The late 14th century was an era of empires. In the east, the Mongol Empire's legacy lived on. New powers rose from its ashes. In the west, the crumbling Byzantine Empire clung to its past glory. Between these two worlds, two empires were on a collision course. These were the rising Ottoman Empire and the vast Timurid Empire. The Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Murad I, had steadily expanded its territory. It was a force to be reckoned with. Their victory at the Battle of Kosovo in 1389 solidified their dominance in the Balkans. The Ottomans were at their peak, poised to dominate the region. However, fate had other plans. In the east, a new power was emerging from the steppes of Central Asia. Timur, known as Tamerlane, was a brilliant military strategist and a ruthless conqueror. He carved out a vast empire stretching from India to Anatolia. Timur's ambition knew no bounds, and he sought to become the heir to Genghis Khan. The stage was set for an epic clash between two of the most powerful rulers of their time, Sultan Bayezid I and Timur the Lame. Murad I, the Ottoman Sultan, lay dead on the battlefield of Kosovo. His victorious army was in shock. The Ottomans needed a new leader. Bayezid, Murad's son, stepped forward. He was known for his fiery temper and his even fiercer ambition. Bayezid earned the nickname Yildirim, meaning thunderbolt, for his swift and decisive military campaigns. He was a skilled warrior and a cunning strategist. Bayezid I immediately consolidated his power and set his sights on expanding the Ottoman Empire. He crushed a rebellion by his brother and secured his throne. The Ottoman Empire would not crumble. It would grow stronger. Bayezid led his armies to victory in the Balkans. He conquered Bulgaria and forced the remaining Byzantine territories to pay tribute. The Byzantine emperor was little more than a puppet. The Ottomans controlled the Bosporus Straits. Constantinople itself was surrounded. It seemed that the city would soon fall to the Ottomans. Bayezid's victories in Anatolia further enhanced his reputation as a formidable conqueror. He brought the beyliks of Anatolia under his control. Some he conquered, others submitted willingly. Bayezid was unifying the region under Ottoman rule. He was laying the groundwork for the future Ottoman Empire. He aimed to make it the most powerful empire in the world. Far from the battlefields of the Balkans, another empire was taking shape. Timur, a Turkic-Mongol conqueror, was carving his way through Asia. He was born into a noble family but rose through the ranks through his military genius. Timur's armies were renowned for their discipline and ferocity. He adopted the title Amir Timur, meaning great leader, but he is better known to history as Timur the Lame. He suffered from a limp due to an arrow wound in his leg. This did not stop his conquests. Timur's empire stretched from Delhi to Damascus. He crushed the Golden Horde, restoring Mongol power in the region. He sacked Delhi, carrying away its riches. He defeated the Mamluks of Egypt, briefly halting their power. He saw himself as the heir to Genghis Khan, destined to rule the world. Timur's ambition put him on a collision course with the Ottoman Empire. Both rulers saw themselves as the rightful masters of the Islamic world. A clash was inevitable. Their armies would meet on the battlefields of Anatolia. The fate of empires hung in the balance. The tension between Bayezid and Timur grew. Both rulers exchanged insults and provocations. They saw each other as rivals for supremacy. Bayezid saw Timur as an upstart, a barbarian unworthy of his status. Timur saw Bayezid as an obstacle to his ambition, a ruler who needed to be taught a lesson. When some Turkic rulers, defeated by Timur, sought refuge with Bayezid, he gave them sanctuary. This enraged Timur. He saw it as a direct insult, a challenge to his authority. He demanded Bayezid hand over the refugees. Bayezid refused. War was now the only option. In the summer of 1402, Timur led his army across the Anatolian plateau. He aimed to crush the Ottomans and humiliate Bayezid. He captured the city of Sivas, an important Ottoman stronghold. He massacred its inhabitants as a warning to Bayezid. The Sultan would face the full might of the Timurid army. Bayezid, known for his impetuous nature, took the bait. He abandoned his siege of Constantinople and marched east to confront Timur. He would regret this decision. Timur was waiting for him. The two armies would meet near the city of Ankara. The Battle of Ankara, fought on July 20th, 1402, was a clash of empires. It was a testament to the military prowess of both Timur and Bayezid. The Ottoman army, although larger, was weary from their forced march. Many of their troops were thirsty and exhausted. Timur, a master of psychological warfare, had diverted the water sources in the area. He chose the battlefield carefully, using the terrain to his advantage. The battle began with a fierce exchange of arrows. The Timurid cavalry, renowned for its speed and maneuverability, harassed the Ottoman flanks. They lured the Ottoman cavalry into a trap. Thousands of Ottoman soldiers, cut off from their main force, were slaughtered. Bayezid, known for his courage, led his elite troops into the heart of the Timurid army. He fought like a lion, but he was outnumbered and outmaneuvered. His janissaries, loyal to the death, fought bravely, but were cut down. As the day wore on, it became clear that the Ottomans were losing. Timur's superior tactics and the scorching heat were taking their toll. The Ottoman army, demoralized and defeated, began to disintegrate. Some units surrendered, others fled in terror. Section 6. The Sultan in Chains. Bayezid's defeat and the Ottoman Interregnum. The Battle of Ankara was a crushing defeat for Bayezid and the Ottoman Empire. The once mighty Sultan was captured by Timur's forces. Legend has it that Timur treated his captive with respect, even offering him words of comfort. However, Bayezid, humiliated and broken, died in captivity a year later. Bayezid's capture threw the Ottoman Empire into chaos. His sons, vying for the throne, plunged the empire into a bitter civil war known as the Ottoman Interregnum. It would last for a decade. The Ottoman Empire, on the verge of dominating the region, was now teetering on the brink of collapse. Timur, victorious, had achieved his objective. He had humbled the Ottoman Empire and asserted his dominance over the region. He continued his conquests for a few more years, adding to his already vast empire. However, his victory at Ankara remained his most significant triumph. It cemented his legacy as one of the greatest military commanders in history. Section 7. Timur's triumph, Timur's legacy, a legacy forged in fire and blood. Timur's victory at Ankara sent shockwaves throughout the world. The legend of his ruthlessness and military genius spread. He was a master of logistics, able to move vast armies across continents. He was a patron of the arts and sciences, but also a brutal tyrant responsible for the deaths of millions. Timur's empire, though vast, was short-lived. It fragmented shortly after his death in 1405. His descendants fought amongst themselves, unable to hold on to his conquests. Yet, his impact on the world was undeniable. He had reshaped the political landscape of Asia. He had left a legacy of both destruction and cultural achievement. Timur's victory at Ankara had a profound impact on the Middle East. It temporarily halted the Ottoman advance, giving the Byzantine Empire a brief respite. It also weakened the Mamluks of Egypt, paving the way for the rise of the Safavid Empire in Persia. Section 8. Echoes of Ankara. The long shadow of the battle on two empires. The Battle of Ankara had a lasting impact on both the Ottoman and Timurid empires. For the Ottomans, it was a period of introspection and recovery. The Ottoman Interregnum tested their resilience, but it also revealed their underlying strength. Under the leadership of Mehmed I, the Ottomans reunited. They learned from their defeat, adapting their tactics and administration. They rebuilt their army and reasserted their dominance in the Balkans. The Ottoman Empire, far from being destroyed by the Battle of Ankara, emerged stronger and more unified. For the Timurids, the victory was a fleeting moment of glory. Their vast empire, held together by Timur's iron will, crumbled soon after his death. His descendants, lacking his vision and leadership, fought amongst themselves. The Timurid Empire fragmented into smaller states, eventually fading into history. Section 9. Conclusion. A legacy forged in blood and ambition. The clash between Bayezid and Timur was a clash of titans, a battle for supremacy in a world on the brink of change. It was a battle that showcased the heights of military ambition and the depths of human cruelty. The Battle of Ankara, though a decisive victory for Timur, did not erase the Ottoman Empire. It merely delayed their inevitable rise to power. The Ottomans learned from their defeat, emerging stronger and more determined. They went on to conquer Constantinople and establish one of the largest and most enduring empires in history. Timur's victory, though impressive, ultimately proved to be a fleeting triumph. His vast empire, built on conquest and fear, crumbled soon after his death. Timur's legacy remains a subject of debate, a brilliant military strategist, a ruthless tyrant, a complex figure who left an undeniable mark on history.